Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So in honor of this week's exciting 1 year on YouTube, I thought that I would share with you guys a quick little flip through of this album that I created, where I am documenting a lot of my first year milestones. So this is a Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters mini album. So it's a little bigger than like a 5x7, I think. And this is the same type of album that I use for my childhood album. If you watch those videos, same size, and you actually get them. I got mine from scrapbook.com, but you get them in a 3-pack. So I'm using them. One was the childhood, one is this milestone, and the last one is that recent video I did of my media journal. So I'm pretty happy that I'm able to use all 3 of these cute little books. So this one, I do want to say, I took out a lot of the pages before I ever started. I just took them straight out the middle. Then I adhered those 2 new middle pieces together with washi, and then adhered them together with, you know, just adhesive to make sure that the book stayed together well. And so this one is not near as chunky as the childhood album, but okay, I've talked enough. Let's dive in. So once again, I used Vicki Boutin Color Study. So also the same as the childhood one. But this one I started first, actually. I started this one months ago, and I've just been kind of adding little things to it as I have, you know, found fun things to document. So here I covered the front and back cover with a piece of the Vicki Boutin paper, and I just added a little circle punch and put year 1 from my Dymo label maker. And then we'll dive in. This is actually the only paper that is not Vicki Boutin. I don't know exactly what this paper is, but I also got it from scrapbook.com, and it's just been in my stash a while, and it kind of went with it, so I use that. But I also use some of my Heidi Swapp stamps, and yeah, so it says Leilani Scraps established, and then this says September 29th, 2020. So I went back and found out when my first video was, and here you'll get a little sneak peek at one of the stickers that I designed that will go on some of my Patreon mail. So that's exciting, and that's kind of my opening page. And then we'll dive in. So some of these things are a little embarrassing because they're like things that I thought were like a milestone at the time. So, and this does kind of jump around, so no particular order. But here I had a screenshot of whenever I'd reached 500 subscribers on YouTube, and, you know, kind of my first subscribers that I was getting on Instagram. This was whenever I did a guest spot for Kelly Stamps, which I was really excited about. And this is whenever Inky Quill liked a bunch of my pictures, so you can tell I'm a big fan. So, and then I wrote about them over here, and yeah, I love being able to document these little moments though. Then this one was whenever I reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so big moment. That was in February. So I had screenshotted my page where it said 1K for my project life, so I just blew it up bigger. And this is also an idea that I got from Inky Quill, and I believe she had gotten it from one of her friends, but it's genius. Whenever you're using like these darker papers, I used my like whiteout marker thing, and it makes like a perfect little spot for you to do your journaling. So I just thought that that was like such a cool idea. So I did that here. But yeah, just stamped out 1,000 really big, and I love documenting that. Then for this one, I was on Dearly Dee's YouTube and I squealed, which is very true. So this was back in January whenever Dearly Dee kind of shouted me out in her January favorites, and I was in bed, half asleep, watching this video, and I literally screeched out, and Will was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like so excited to tell him that I was shouted out. So I just screenshotted a couple of the things that were on her YouTube and included them down there at the bottom. And then here is another Inky Quill shout out whenever whenever Adele was doing a live, and I was kind of talking to her on there, and she said that she had watched my videos before. So of course I was very excited because she's been a huge inspiration in my scrapbooking journey as well. So that was exciting. So this was actually on my Insta story I had said, okay, it's confirmed. Adele said that she watched my videos, you know, play it back, people. So I had tagged her in that. So I just went back on my own archives in Instagram and kind of like found pictures like that I thought would work in this book. Then for the next one, so this is from my sticker stuff. So this was whenever I was on the BFF Sticker Club Live, and I was the first sticky of the week, and just like on here, this was their agenda, and they wrote that I was the guest sticky. So of course I had to document that because the sticker club has been a really fun thing in my, you know, scrapbooking Instagram journey as well. And then over here, I put the date of that one and just once again added a little bit of that white out journaling. So I really like the way that that ended up turning out. Then here, this is another example of going back to my archived photos. So all of these are whenever someone else tagged me in their Instagram story and then I reposted it. So then I went back to my archived and found all of these photos that I had reposted and just printed them off. So these are different times where people said, oh, I'm watching Leilani Scraps, or, you know, something like that was inspired by me in some way. And I've actually shared a few of these photos on Instagram months and months ago. And the picture that I shared, actually, I forgot my T in Insta moments, sweet Insta moments. And my husband actually told me after I'd already posted it and was like, oh, you spelled Instagram wrong. So I went back, but luckily I could fit the T right in there. So that was lucky. So I was able to fix it without much problems. But here I used the Honey and Spice stamp set, you know, that I love from Heidi Swapp, but I stamped it in white directly on this black paper. And it's a little, you know, it's more kind of grayish. So I went around it all in a white pen. And I love, of course, the final product, but it took a little bit to get there. And this paper is a little shiny almost, so it took a little bit to dry. So that's just a note if you're stamping directly on the paper. Okay, I think I missed one. And then this one, I did another full-size photo, and this is of one of the crafty Zooms that I've had with some of the friends that I've made just through Instagram and scrapbooking and stuff. So I just stamped directly on some of the Vicky Bouton paper to get this background color, and I just said zoom in, and then I used one of the cut apart sheets from the 12 by 12 Vicky Bouton paper, and it said making things happen, and I just journaled about meeting some of these crafty ladies and how I love our little Zooms that we've had. And then here, these are the last three that I've made recently. So this one, I actually had to cover something up because this one's basically about being monetized on YouTube and being a part of this awesome travel class hosted by Teresa Moxley. And this is about being on the Nellie and Clem design team. And this is another little guest kind of thing I'm doing. And I just don't know if I can share it yet. It hasn't happened quite yet. And that is actually what's under here as well. So I'm just going to cover that up for now, but you can kind of get the idea that this flips up and is a cute little flip up. And I have a few, like 4 little things that have gone on. So I like the way that that turned out. I love using all of these tabs and little tags. Okay, this one, I did a big stamped title again. I said super cool moments and sweet words. So basically I used a glassine bag, but I wanted to print off my pictures really small. So I just very carefully adhered both sides of the same pattern paper so that it would look the same, and I slipped it into the bag. And that's just so all of these little pictures, they can only go down this far, if that makes sense. So then all of these little tiny pictures I printed off are basically sweet things that friends have said, or whenever I was doing the childhood album, I had a couple people, here's Michelle, a couple people make up their own like 80s style ones, or just people that have said sweet things to me or done some of my, you know, like done the childhood album or other little challenges and stuff that I presented. So I thought that that was so cool. And I might add a few more in here. These were just ones that I had screenshotted on my phone to make sure to add. So, you know, I love just, it's really neat whenever you make something up in your head, like a challenge or your own prompts or something, and someone's actually used them, it's pretty exciting. So I had to document that. And sometimes people just say the sweetest things. I wish I could screenshot all my YouTube comments, but you guys know it all means a lot. And then actually that's the end. So then this one, I just printed off a recent photo of myself and kind of decorated it. And then I loved this card that said, "And now this." And I wanted to put something inside of it. So I actually, both of these papers are just made with the same, or, you know, I put the same pink paper. And then I just cut out another little square of the same pink so that it would look like it was the same exact paper. And I made like a little hinge with washi. And then I made a little tabby with a couple of these Vicky Bouton 3D flower stickers. And underneath here, I have my current Leilani Scraps subscribers. I just screenshotted that, and then you flip it up, and that's my current Instagram. And then I just wrote about, you know, all of that and how I'm going to launch my Patreon soon and all that kind of stuff, and just about everything that's happened 1 year later. So this is basically this Wednesday, the 29th, and this is all of the fun things that happened throughout the year. So, of course, many things happened, but these are just little, you know, bits and pieces that I wanted to document and keep up with. And I might do another one next year. I don't know, but it was really fun to document these things. And, you know, it's important to celebrate yourself, and it's okay to celebrate yourself and give yourself a pat on the back whenever you do something that you're proud of. And this is something I've wanted to do a long time, and I am really happy for all the little milestones that I have accomplished. So I really hope that y'all like this little quick and easy flip through. I know it was a fast one, but it's kind of just like a fun little board book, just really easy little thing to have on my shelf. Whenever I need to pick me up, I can look back at it. But yeah, so happy that we've made it to 1 year. And today is also the launch of my Patreon. So I have more information over there on my Instagram if you want to check it out. But thanks again for everything, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.